Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then it vanish. I can't stand it. Out of order way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Table set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Trend. And it's only 8 AM. I won't do it for the ground. I know I'm a man. I'm my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 AM. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. World inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that it's here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Hope we are all well. Hope we're well doing in YouTube chat. Hope we are well in Zoom here, guys. Hope everyone's good. Let me see how all systems go. It seems like all is good. Yeah, we look good. We look good. CPI day today. Big day. Obviously, you saw how big CPI was an impact on the dollar yesterday. We'll have a talk about that for those who are not updated or understand why that potentially happened. But today is the GBP's turn, right? Good morning, Blue King line. Blue line king. You know it. We love the blue line, don't we? So, yeah, let's get into it. CPI day. Let's go have a look at yesterday's CPI results. So, inflation did end up. Why am I not getting actual? Let me just refresh this for us. There we go. So inflation did come back higher than forecast, still lower than previous, which is good. But just that coming higher than forecast was enough to bring in a hell a lot of dollar strength. Why is that bringing dollar strength? Because we are seeing, as I said, inflation will be sticky around this 2%, 2 to 4% has always been a sticky zone. And we're seeing that dollar strength continue as inflation rates, right? As we see interest rates, hopes of being reduced start to fade, right? Because inflation is staying higher. That means that they can't reduce interest rates as fast as they think. As a result, we see Dixie Bull here like an absolute rocket, and we see gold absolutely melt like you've never seen before. So huge melt on gold yesterday. I should have held positions here on gold, but you know, catching something small is okay. GJ, on the other hand, did end up pushing towards the late evening here. Not as much as a big push as everything else, probably because it's waiting for its own CPI here. But after this CPI liquidity grab here, you would expect nice continuation here. But obviously it needed some time to range here first before giving the next leg up. Especially that it did twice. It did once here, and then another liquidity grab here, and then broke above the highs. You'd expect continuation straight away, but needed more time. Ended up happening around 9 o'clock my time at night before we started getting the move here. So now we're basically just pulled back from those highs overnight, right? And we have created a 4-hour resistance. So let's go ahead and do the analysis now. And let's start on the daily time frame as always here. So we'll do GJ, we'll do gold. Remember, today is GBP CPI. They're expecting rates. So the difference between USD and the GBP right now is we're seeing the USD forecast was very, very, very optimistic here. We're not seeing such an optimistic forecast here. Instead, we're actually seeing them say that, hey, inflation's going up. Inflation's going up. We're keeping interest rates higher for longer. So if this number comes back better than expected, which I think is a possibility in this instance here because they're being very pessimistic with the forecast, we will see the pound drop here. So if this number comes back down below 3.9, 3.8, you will see the pound drop and the pound will dump from this level here, and we will retrace some of this news, maybe come back and retest these highs here before creating support, and maybe tomorrow giving continuation, or the day after, or New York session just consolidating and trying to give a little bit of a bounce here. Now, if the numbers do come back higher than expected, which will be a little bit shocking because their forecast is already higher than expected, we will see basically it jump up here, which makes sense. Why we saw this whole upside move is obviously we know the pound is being stronger than the yen, and with their forecast coming back, saying that inflation is going to stay high, there's no reason for shorting the pound here, which is why we've had a bullish bias from 3 weeks. 3 weeks we have been looking for buys on GJ, and the only trades we have attempted is towards buys. If you've noticed, we have not looked to really sell GJ here, right? Even on that day when we had a downside move and we were looking on, I think it was last Monday, we were looking at selling. We didn't end up taking those sells because our bias has been bullish. And as we can see, long term, what is happening? We're heading up bullish here. So overall, it's definitely being the right side is looking for buys. So news will be super interesting here today. I'm interested to go do a little bit of homework right now. And let's go see what last CPI did. So last CPI was January 17th here. The forecast, it came back higher than expected. And if it came back higher than expected, then I expect pound to go up. So let's scroll back to January 17th here and see if pound went up or not. I do expect it to have gone up here. There we go, January 17th, and yes, it did go up here. So this is January 17th. This is CPI news right here. This is the one. There you go, with forecast coming higher than expected, we saw pound go up. So the trades for today will be very similar to what happened yesterday. Let news come out, let some sort of structure form in these zones here. As soon as we can form some form of structure, breaking highs can give opportunities towards the upside here to look for buys. So we need structure first, the same as this scenario here. And if you do some measuring, they're not bad moves here. You know, that's like a 23 pip move here, you know, 16 pip move. So they're not very, very bad moves here. They actually have decent you know, types of pushes when we have volume here. If price just comes out and it's just a straight push without structure, that is obviously something I'm not interested in, because I won't have really a place for stop loss. All I'm looking for is a place for stop loss. That is always the case in trading, finding a way in that follows your rules. Later on anyways, in New York session, this thing just ended up continuing. The difference is that we were coming from kind of a low point. We consolidated, and then the breakout was on CPI. Yesterday we had the breakout already on the news that we had employment change gave us the breakout. So that's interesting. That's something new to see, employment change giving the breakout, not CPI. Normally you'd expect CPI to give the breakout. Instead, employment change gave the breakout. So now for today, if numbers do come back lower than expected, then this move can start to be retraced. Doesn't mean I'm bearish on the pound. It means long term that you know, that could be a pullback for opportunity. All right. Now, something super interesting here that we need to take consideration of is that the yen is getting extremely weak. So I want everyone to listen up, man. The yen is getting extremely weak here, and we're starting to revisit levels on USD/JPY, which are scary levels here, right? So if we look at USD/JPY here, we're starting to reach into the 150s, 152, 153, especially 152 zones. Those are scary levels where historically we've had interventions. This is where all the interventions took place, at the 151,800 or 152, you can call it. Anywhere around that level is where interventions have taken place. This is basically, you can also use this to see how close we are, and you can also go and look at the GBPjpy here, and you can see we're almost at historical lows. Every time we've made new lower lows, we have followed by interventions here. So we are getting close to intervention territory. Once we start pushing on the lows here, then we are getting into intervention territory, and I'm going to be cautious, right? I'm going to be cautious. So that's it basically for GJ here. It will be interesting to see how news comes out. If we start dumping heavy with news, there could be opportunities to sell continuation here if news doesn't rip too hard on the first candle here. Of course, any type of news trading is of course something a little bit harder to do. It will be very similar to yesterday, being aggressive, understanding if it's you know, relying on volume, and if that's not your type of trading, then you just sit out and, you know, try to observe and learn something. But this is not, you know, the type of trading which is straightforward. TP, SL, sit and wait for your position to play out. News trading or after news trading is very volume based, and if price is not doing what you like it to do, I rather just get out of the position. But this is why we position ourselves from the beginning of the years with a bit of profits, to be able to give ourselves opportunities if we see them. So yeah, will be very similar to yesterday in terms of what I'll be looking for my own personal trades, or what I'll be looking for to try get into trades for myself. Apart from that, you know, it's just, you know, it's something you'll have to be fast. So if you don't understand what you're doing, then probably don't do it. I don't recommend trading news. That is gambling. I've seen people get very messed up with news. Yesterday as well on CPI, you know, I saw people get messed up with news. I don't know why it's encouraged to try trade news and then lose hundreds of pips. I think it's a very you know, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, even though it excites you guys. I think if you want to trade news, you should be in the move before news comes out, and then can manage on news. All right. So that is basically GJ. Let's have a look at gold here before news comes out. So gold, obviously a massive move here. Actually, I need to mark up GJ. I haven't even marked up GJ. Let me just do my markup quickly. Gonna mark this 4-hour resistance. Pretty easy to mark here. This is going to be 4R. This line I'm going to clone here because I'm targeting key levels. Next key level is going to be 190. Can't believe I'm saying that. Which is kind of that zone there. Going to go on daily time frame here. We're going to scroll back, see if I can find any relevant levels. And let's have a look. All right, let's scroll back here, go to replay, 4 hour. So that's so we're at a previous 4 hour resistance, respecting that, which is basically this 190 level. We do have some rejection wicks here, so I do assume that this is going to be some form of resistance here. So we can put this 4 hour RW. Oh damn, text I need. All right, let me try put that back. 4 hour RW, just so I know what it is. Rejection wick here, and that's basically the markup. 500 is going to be another target here. That's it in terms of what we can mark up. Raja lost 133. Yeah, I don't think it should be encouraged. That's the dangerous thing, you know, that's the dangerous thing. So yeah, that's basically it for GJ. Let's go back to gold here. Obviously gold, this is nuts in terms of closing here. This is a very, very heavy move here. Let's go on the weekly, see where we are on weekly. Daily time frame here. Let's go and pull this down. This is going to be our daily support down here. I think, you know, we need some form of, I'm going to consider this previous daily support. This is important. BDS. Continuation, of course, you know, is in the cards here, but I really do think we need some sort of pullback first would be healthy here. This is very extended. If you're trying to get lucky and just get extension here, you need to be extremely cautious. If we could pull back to 2006, resistance from there to continue down is going to be the option here. It's going to be great, and that's exactly how I would look to continue this move. And I do think we could now switch into a bearish trend here, but we need pullbacks first. They need some sort of liquidity grabs to continue down. Obviously, this is just hugely overextended here. If anything, if we start breaking down below these lows, if anything, I need to see price get below, create structure, and sell to that structure. I'm not selling breakout trades here. That just could be a little liquidity grab to continue up bullish, because look, we're very extended here. If you're thinking it's going to be very straightforward on gold, from my experience, I haven't seen it. It would be pretty crazy to see after a, what is this, a 400 pip move? Yeah, about 400 pip move to see complete another continuation for 100 pips. It's normally not the case. Now for longs here, so you can take counter trend trades. We need 4 hours to create strong supports. We have not even closed one 4 hour candle bullish yet, so there's no question about looking for longs to be easy. Realistically, we need a daily candle closing bullish and a 4 hour some sort of change of structure. 1 hour has not even changed structure here. 1 hour is just consolidating. So realistically here, you shouldn't even be looking for longs at the moment. It's too early in my opinion. You might pop down to this 4 hour support first before continuing up. You know, this daily is obviously showing a nice closure here. Continuation can make sense. Even, you know, we might not, you know, we might just come and pop up somewhere up to here, 1996. Remember, that's already a 60 pip pullback. You know, if we're popping up from where we currently are, that's already a 60 pip pullback. That could be enough to give continuation in NY to 1987, 1985, before we try more upside later on. So you want to wait for supports to be formed before looking for basically buys here on gold. And that's the analysis of gold. Need more information on gold. Obviously, this is a very, very heavy close here in terms of downside movement. So just give it a chance, let it cool down. And yeah, if you were trading gold yesterday, that should have been maximized. I know a lot of people were able to maximize that. And yeah, I didn't maximize that as much as I would have, but still did catch something in this. And this type of trading is quite complicated though, so don't beat yourself up. You have to be proficient on 1 minute time frame here. But there was nice option. I just think I should have held. I think I was a little bit, but anyways, that's a different story. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But I was just, you know, after the first initial push here, thought that was pretty big, but I guess it wasn't big enough and it continued down. So that's basically it for the analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed and understood the analysis. Let's see what happens here. 9 minutes for CPI news. And as always, we will do the poll in chat. Let's see what chat is thinking. Before we do that, be sure, guys, that you, you know, that you do the YouTube business. You know the drill. If you did enjoy the analysis, be sure to leave a like on the stream. There's about 521 of us. You can get the likes up to 200 likes. I would greatly appreciate it and won't have to ask. I appreciate you, Surjan, for the donation. No need to donate your money, brother. 40 rupees, very generous of you. But at the end of the day, you can keep that for yourself and just ask me in chat. I will read your questions. If I miss it, then just repost it and I'll see it again. So don't worry about that. No need to donate for me. I'm not one of these streamers that you need to donate money for me to read your questions. I don't make money really from YouTube, so or it's not considered an income source for me that I consider something main, so you don't need to donate your money there. Because YouTube pays me $2 per stream, so I think I'd be pretty broke if I relied on this on a, you know, as an income source. Pretty broke. All right. What was I gonna do? Yes, the poll here. Let's see. GBP CPI. Let's see. GBP CPI news. Let's see what chat will say. Up or down? Let's go. Put the poll in chat. Tony in Zoom here says it's gonna sell. I do think so as well. Historically, after a pump up like this, I think. But let's see what chat says. I'm gonna be really, really interested here. All right, just put it up. Immediately we have 100 votes already. And it's looking like it's 50-50 at the moment. All right, 150 votes already. There's news care about the charts being so pumped. But if we think about it logistically, Claudio, they're expecting rates. They're doing something here by giving... See, look at the difference. US gave optimistic forecast. UK is giving pessimistic forecast. So there's a high chance... Because look at the real data here. Inflation did come down. It did come down. 3.4 to 3.1 is a reduction in inflation here. So it is still coming down. So if UK are still having some of the highest rates, right? We can see GBP interest rates are still some of the highest rates. Then there's no reason for the UK interest rates also to be continuing down. And if that's the case, we will see them coming in with a higher than expected forecast. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes back lower than expected. And of course, if it comes back lower than expected, that's going to dump pound here. If it comes back higher than expected, guess what's going to happen, right? We're going to see pound pump up. But, you know, this could just be a big pricing in of that, right? Yeah, it is actually tempting, man. It is actually tempting. I have been right on the last two news events. Right? So I've told you, but it's just not my rules to trade news, just in case. But we'll see what we can do. The CPI news in 8 minutes affect gold? If it's very drastic, then yes, it will affect gold slightly. So you're expecting GBP to pump? More than likely, since they forecasted higher, I expect it to come back as expected. I wouldn't be surprised because yesterday we saw massive continuation. Another reason I wouldn't be surprised if we see not everyone's expecting this big fireworks. We've had fireworks yesterday. This was big fireworks. 60 pip, 1 minute, one candle here. It's no joke for the GBP, right? That's a big candle for the GBP here. And so I would expect maybe we could just have a liquidity grab down and then that's it. All right. Trade news just this one time? No. You'll be right. No. I'm not going to do that because that's gambling, right? I could do it for fun, but I don't want to encourage it. I did told you guys that I did make the news account. But yeah, 0.01 lots doesn't... Even a 1 lot I would be okay doing. But I don't want to encourage it. That's my problem. It's gonna distract from what we're trying to do here. You know, we're trying to focus on doing good stuff, you know, and I think it would cause a lot more hate. So if we were to do it, we would do it in the private group for fun. Right? Because you guys know that we're serious. All right, 261 votes here and 164 likes. You guys are very cap here. You guys think you can cheat me, huh? I see you. I see you guys. I see you. 262 votes in under 3 minutes, and in 20 minutes of streaming, 165 likes. Thank you for the support. I see you guys. I'm going to one lot on this sell. We ain't dumping here on GJ. Long term, I'm still bullish on GJ. So if it does end up pulling back, I see that an opportunity for the rest of the week. I see that an opportunity for the rest of the week. Okay, very interesting here. Very interesting. Chat news analysis is saying up. We have 53% of people saying up, 47% of people saying down. And historically, chat has been correct a lot of the time. Damn, you guys did the YouTube business now. You did the YouTube business. Don't be gambling. I see you guys getting ready. Buy stop, sell stop. Don't be doing that shit. I see you guys. Palms are sweating, you guys. You know, you're like, okay, time to gamble. Come on. Just follow something that we have more chances to win. Right? .01 not? Yeah. Just to test it. How you got 260 votes means that you got a lot of haters watching your stream? Nah. It's because some people can't vote, or they're watching full screen or something like that. Yes. This would be very simple. And then I would expect this, did you say? And then it went up. Yeah, that's what I mean. Opportunity, right? This would be very simple, similar scenario. Well done. Yes, exactly. When was this? Did we get continuation after the first 15 candle? After the first 15-minute candle closed bearish, did we get continuation? Small continuation, like 20 pips or something. Enough for a scalp. All right, we have 1 minute till news. I'm going to end the poll here. And the votes are in. Most people are predicting up. Most people are predicting up. Lower than expected, dump down, and then we got some small continuation on the next candle. But I want to know the first 15-minute candle if it went down after news. I took a big L in news and luckily made it back after news. Break-even day, could have had a profitable day. Yeah, that happens, but you shouldn't be trading news. See, you make money after trading news, but before on news you lost money. Doesn't that tell you something? All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. I don't think... Let's see if we get big move or what. You guys are in buys? Guys, don't gamble here. And then don't blame me, because you guys are doing some shit behind the screen. I'm selling now? Oh, it's a mess in chat. It's a mess in chat. We have degenerate gamblers here. They're about to find out if they're going to make money or not in 5 seconds. All right, let's see. Here we go. Boom. We were right. We were right. Numbers came back lower than expected, I assume. Watch. 3.9. I'm calling it. 3.9. 3.9. 3.9. 3.9. I'm calling it 3.9. All right, guys? Damn, I should trade news. That's 3 out of 3 from yesterday. 3 out of 3. It came back 4. No, YouTube got it wrong. They said up. They said up. YouTube said up. Okay, it's slightly less than expected. Yeah, this is YouTube. You broke your streak. You guys broke your streak. You had a perfect streak. This time you should have listened to me. Chat was wrong. Yes. Ban everyone. All right, perfect. So this is the pullback we were expecting. Numbers come back slightly lower than expected here. 1 minute strategy? No, not on this. 5 minute. That's only for gold, man. If you notice, the video says 1 minute gold strategy. Doesn't work really on GJ here. It's not enough volume. So now I have to find that. It's just in warp content, man. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'll show you after. Just let that load and I'll show you. Let's see on the chart. So now if we want to see continuation towards the downside, I need to see some sort of 5 minute structure. Why EU affected? Because GBP news, money flows into the euro. Harry, you trade 1 minute on gold? There is a strategy that I do use the 1 minute on gold, but not normally, no. Very rarely. It's pretty good predicting news. I should try maybe it'd be worth for me to do a news strategy here, because fundamentally we understand what it's gonna do. Problem is if it does a liquidity grab first. Can you share that video? If you're part of the exclusive group, you will have access to that video. Why is GJ affected in CPI? Because the yen is a safe haven. Here, man, this is where the video is. You go to the content once you're in warp, and then this is the video. Will be in here. Gold 1 minute breakout scalping strategy. This one right here. Something like buy stop, sell stop, one position. No, you would take a position before news. You can't do it right at news because of slippage, spread. Maybe if you use the sell stop, you could be executed all the way down here. So it won't work. Even though this looks like you could have made a lot of money, if you traded right when news came out, boom, you're going to have you being slipped, and you're going to maybe be triggered down here at 200 or something, so you make nothing. And if that pulls back quick, you're done. You've lost everything. You know? So it's not a good idea. So 1 minute before news, yeah, you enter charts on fundamentals, but you probably will have to keep wide stops above the range, right? Because price could wick up, do liquidity grab, then down, but you don't expect it to break top of range. So you probably would have wanted to keep 40 pip stop here, something like that. That's what you would have wanted to do. So yeah. Now my dog's going crazy. Don't come bark at me, bro. Yo! Yo! Let me fix him. Okay, it should be sorted now. And I spilled my water. Not ideal. Dog lost money. He's trying to give me the signals. right. See what we got going on here. Just 15 minute. Yeah, dangerous. Bang Jan, really good video, learned a lot. Nice, Carson. Yeah, that's a good video. Yeah, that's the structure we want. So obviously right here, 5 minutes pushing down here, we need some sort of structure to put stop loss. We just need structure to put stop loss. That's the way that you're gonna trade this news. Same as yesterday, exact same as yesterday. The same way that the 5 minute created structure after the big push up, we need the 5 minute to create structure now after the big push down. And if we get that, then it's very simple. This pullback is not, remember, measure these pullbacks. That pullback on that 5 minute, it's not fun. That's 12 pips already. Right? So don't be playing. What about gap? I have gap in 5 minute on my broker. Let's have a look. Have a look. No, I don't have. Yeah, there is a gap. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, we're waiting for 5 minute structure anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter because structure would be formed anyways before looking for anything. For buys, yeah, we need some time here before we can create some sort of upside structure. Supports and stuff like that. Makes it quite tricky. Continue to drop? No, we're rejecting at the moment. We just have to wait at this time. You guys, you have to wait. You have to wait. This is now you need price to show you what it wants to do. This will give opportunity long term here. If we can pop down, change structure, not long term, but we have opportunity to continue back to the upside eventually. Checking in from Nairobi, fresh of IG Reels. Thank you, brother. Why are you not replying to me? I didn't see your question. Oh, what breed is my dog? Jack Russell. Gonna pump bullish higher time frame. I agree, but you just need to wait for structure to find a way in. Why are you not going to daily time frame to understand the true picture? Because you're not watching the beginning of the stream. If you watch the beginning of the stream, you would completely understand that I do go to higher time frame to develop a full picture. If this 5-minute closes below 500 would be your news continuation. Setup 3, not without the close, man. It's very risky here. Like, I'm not comfortable taking that. Maybe like a experimental tutor. Structure on 1 minute is not enough. Not for me. Not for me. Because of this exact reason. Followed your breakout strategy on 15 minute. If it breaks, we were big thunderstorm on 5 minute. Yes, clean ranges. Passed my 100k challenge, first time trading in 2 years. Thanks, Harry. Big money time now. Well done, well done. Yes, thunderstorm with 15 minute close is super powerful setup. Why does EU have big spreads? Well, first of all, it moves very small in terms of pips. And it's such a high volume pair. It's one of the most traded pairs that they can offer lower spreads and just make money on commissions. Or if you're B-book, that's another story. I have a question about your indicator, the bias indicator. How does it behave on a Renko chart? What is a Renko chart? What is Renko? Don't even have Renko. What is Renko? What is that? Of course it's not going to work on a Renko chart. Why are you guys even trading charts like this? No, it works on normal charts, and I'm sorry if it doesn't work on your Renko chart, but I know it's another form of candle, but I'm more interested to know how does it calculate that candle? Like Heiken Ashi is averages of open and close, you know? Damn. What does it calculate though? Alright, this candle here closing here in 58 seconds. As you can see, we're closing with a bit of a rejection. This is not strong enough close for me to do anything with. If we could close a little bit stronger here, maybe something like, you know, deeper here, which it's trying to do last 44 seconds. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Composed of bricks that are created with 45-degree angles. What's this? X and O? What was the news platform? It's called Forex Factory. Renko is pure price minus time. I see. Looked like Tetris? Yeah, it did actually. 189 is going to be a big retest level here, so I don't think it's a smart idea trying to sell until we get below 189. Because remember, selling is still considered counter trend. We're still bullish higher time frame. I'm more interested at this pullback to give me opportunity to continue up later on. Financial juice is good for news. Yeah, that's great for news as well. Forex Factory, I just like the calendar feature, the way it's used, but I do have financial juice open as well. I prefer the Forex Factory calendar compared to this calendar. It's more clear. What are my thoughts on mechanical strategy? What do you mean by... Depends what mechanical strategy. Yeah, if something has a set of rules, I agree. But you need to also be able to adapt, right? Certain times, certain conditions require you to adapt. Appreciate everyone showing up to the stream. Hope you guys did not blow... Are we using... Yeah, we are using a mechanical strategy. But we can adapt that from time to time. In terms of, you know, volume and stuff like that. What price has been doing, etc. Appreciate everyone showing up on the stream. Pleasure to have you guys here. Hope you're enjoying, finding some value, and hope you did not blow money on news here, doing something stupid. If you are enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a subscribe to show up for future streams. If you want to join us and start to kill the markets with us, you're more than welcome to do so. Don't get about trading, bro. Tradingview free is good. Yeah, it can be enough. What are we expecting in news today? Strong GBP. And news is finished. We did get back slightly better than forecast, which gave a little drive down in pound here. So now it just needs to make up its mind if it wants to bounce out of here or if it wants to just continue a little bit down, consolidate. We'll have to see. What do you think of gold? Gold's still consolidating at the moment. Just leave it, let it do its thing for a while. So yeah, just let it do its things. Thoughts on Don Vo? Well, he hasn't, you know, I think he's a trader. He live streams. I have complete respect to him, and that's it. He hasn't done anything bad to me, so that's it. He has his strategy, follows his plan, and that's how it is. Would you say you're more happy after making more money? Actually, no, because the more money you make, the more stress you have that comes with it. that saying more money, more problems is actually facts, you know? So you're not more happy actually. But it can buy happy moments. That's the good thing. The only thing is it can buy happy moments, and you can buy yourself into experiences that you could have never experienced before. But it depends how you make money. If you're making money from, doing things that are hard, then of course that's more stressful. So if you can handle the stress which comes with time, I feel, then it's okay. But when you're new to, trying to build yourself up and, make good money, then there's a lot of stress associated with it. That is for sure. But every time you have a stressful moment, you look back, and when it's not stressful, you're like, oh, that was silly that I was stressed about it. So you just keep on growing and growing. It's a very interesting thing, actually. I tried trading news in the past. Boom, lost 1,800. Lesson learned. Keep the emotion out of it. Facts, man. You're better. A lot of people asking me for a signal right now. There's nothing on the chart, so no signal. Also, the allocation of the money. Yeah, but that's like big, big, big money when you don't know where to allocate it. We need to wait. Price is consolidating. The last 5, 10, 15 minutes has just gone sideways. It went down a little, went up, and now is in the back at the same place. There's nothing happening. We're not, 100 mil. We're not continuing in a certain direction. So that's how it is. Do we have a signal group? I've explained my problems with signals. The problem with signals, guys, is if you take a signal, there's no one that explains to you what you should be doing in the trade. No one explains. And also many signal groups run like, let's say they had a 30 pip stop loss, but TP1 is 10 pips. When TP1 gets hit, they consider it at a win. And then if it loses, they say, oh, TP1 was hit, you could have secured. But how do you know to secure or not? Because people who are following signals, you don't know. You basically don't have the skill. That's why you're following a signal. So what I prefer to do is, if I'm ever discussing my own trades, then I prefer to explain, and the people who are with me in the trade, they know exactly what's going on and can make decisions, and they're involved in the trade. That way you're learning and earning. It's a way better way to have signals, right? That is a very, very, very good way. And that's exactly how I treat it in the exclusive group. I don't just tell people, buy here and then, don't say anything to them till the trade is over. If we're ever in a trade together, we're actively discussing that trade. Hi, almost 900 people watching. Yeah, 817. Appreciate everyone showing up to the stream today. Pleasure to have you. You can get to that 1,000 viewers soon. As a matter of fact, I feel poorer now with 6 figures per year back when I had 1K per month. That's interesting. Because now that buys me stuff where I see a lot of people doing the same. More money, more gold tooth, lol. Get it done. Yeah, I did fix my tooth. I need to go back today actually. After stream, I have to go back, finish some stuff. While we wait for some market structure, can you show us how to use Forex Factory? Very simple. Go look at the pair you want to trade. Focus on red and orange folders. Those are the ones you have to focus on. Tonight, this speech here will give us a lot of clarity here. A lot of clarity will come in this speech, because this speech will be speaking about the long-term outlook, right? So with the long-term outlook, we'll be able to have a better understanding of what makes sense here on pound, which still remains me bullish on pound here. Brother, can you stop asking in chat for a new entry? I'm only gonna take an entry if I see something that interests me and respects my rules. I respect your perspective and not having a signal group and doing live streams. Me personally, I don't trade with you or your strategy. I trade also. GJ, it's nice to have you as commentary. Yeah, exactly. How is Pip Labs doing from a business point of view? That's a good question. So far, you know, we've had good response. Obviously, partnering with Tradingview is obviously a good thing. It's a very well-known platform. We're offering it for extremely cheap, so it needs volume, it needs time. We have not made it expensive, and there's a lot of running costs for us. We have servers. When you guys save simulations, we need to take all of that into account. We had running costs, we had setup costs. All of these things need to be taken into consideration. So we have put an upfront investment into this, and it needs volume because of the cheap price we're offering, right? If we were to offer more of an expensive price, then it would turn profitability very quick here. But since I wanted to make it affordable, it will take more time and we need more volume. And also we're very focused on scaling it. We just want to make it better and better and better and better, right? Because that is exactly what we designed this platform to be. Because if I look back at my trading journey, the number one tool that made me profitable was a backtesting software. Because that's how I discovered my strategy and tested it. So for me, this is a great tool, and we have some amazing updates coming. I can't wait to share with you one of the new features that's going to come out soon. But at the moment, we're just focusing on making sure that everything is running smooth with all the people on it. And so far, everyone is happy. Just making sure our backend systems, you know, are also good. Do you have a private group that you teach trading, or do you do on your live stream? First time watching you, but I've watched a few of your videos. Yes, my private group is going to be definitely more in depth. Live stream is just to give you a good overview. I show up to the stream and do what I normally do at the markets. But sometimes, you know, live stream runs for an hour and a half. That doesn't mean in an hour and a half, 2 hours, we're always going to get a trade on stream, because recently we've seen volume come in at really random times. We've seen it come end of week, at end of day, beginning of day. So maybe the times that I'm taking trades are off stream, and on my private group, that's a great place to discuss. Also, if you want to take things more seriously, that's exactly why I made the group, because you get access to talk to me on Zoom every single day, webinars, you get access to all of my exclusive content here, my strategy. So it's an all in all, right? It's an all in all. So yeah, if you want to take things a step further, then that's what I have, is my private. Probably next week gonna get my lifetime of Pip Labs. Make sure to check your email poll, because you have that discount code if you signed up to the wait list. And if the discount code expires, because I think our discount code expires tomorrow in terms of time, just DM me, Paul, and I'll still give you the discount code, because why not? Why not? All right, 15-minute candle here. Not really exciting close on this 15-minute candle. I really think for sales to continue during the day here, we're going to need something to get below 189. Yeah, 189 will be a key level at the moment. You're a real one. Thank you so much. No, anytime, anytime. Hi, Harry. Do you jump from strategy? I don't jump anymore, but in the beginning, yes, I did. Of course I did, man. That was one of my biggest mistakes. I actually made a video on how that happened, right? And the title of the video shows you that I was jumping from strategy to strategy. I called the video here, this one here. After trying 5 Forex strategies, this is the one that worked. It's exactly what happened. I was jumping between 5 strategies. Alright, we're trying to break down here. No top wick on this 15. This could easily grab liquidity from just down here and end up flipping here. I would want to see something close below 189 to give confirmation of downside continuation here. Closing below 189 will give downside confirmation here. 30-minute also no top wick here. Yeah, so we'll have to see how this 5-minute closes here. I'm sorry for asking a lot of Forex questions. I'm really interested into that. I want to know how you predicted the dump earlier. Fundamental understanding. That definitely takes a lot of time. We always talk about fundamentals with my guys in the group. They're probably bored of me talking about it, but it's just from fundamental understanding. That requires experience. It's not that straightforward. I couldn't explain it to you in 5 minutes, that's for sure. How do you know what strategy is the best for you? Because I'm also jumping in between 3 strategies right now. Because I looked at what logically makes most sense. And for me, when I was looking at smart money concepts, that did not logically make sense. It felt overcomplicated. And if it was such a secret strategy that this is how the banks trade and this is how institutions are trading and you're following the way institutions trade, then why is it such a popular topic? Right? I wonder if this no top wick 15-minute here is going to give continuation. Forex Factory forecast, yeah, I was predicting based on the forecast and fundamental understanding. The forecast was just giving me numbers. My fundamental understanding allowed me to do something with those numbers. Rejection from yesterday's Newswick. Yes, we could just come below this Newswick here and then reject. I'm still higher time frame bullish, guys. Remember that. Remember that I'm higher time frame bullish. If any sells are going to be taken, it's going to be taken as a scalping based trade. One idea that could work, yeah, small risk would be better. One idea that could work is break of this 5-minute low. Anything closing above 500 can manage the trade here. And see if just volume will continue here. That could be an option. I don't know how comfortable I am with this so close to this wick here. And normally after news we expect continuation to happen. It's pretty straightforward. See if the next candle opens with a decent top wick to show us it doesn't want to reject. Because if it rejects first, that would give me super confidence here. Want to see it retest 500, right? I'm on 189 right now. That would be great. If it touches that support level, wouldn't it be good to enter a buy level? No, you have to wait for confirmation at that level. I will join your exclusive group. How long is the wait list? You normally get accepted within a week, depending on your application. So, yeah. I plan to accept some people this week, so it won't be a long wait, that I can assure. If you're keen to get in right now, just DM me and I'll accept you. Just DM me your email and then I'll accept you, because could be a nice top wick. Yeah, I think this could be an option here. Of course, we are counter trend here. But if we respect 500 here, could be okay. Just keep in mind, right? 30-minute no top wick, 15 no top wick. So you need volume to give the continuation here. Question, why not sell stop, buy stop below news? Yeah, because that's gambling. How much risk? I'm still deciding if I want to do it or not. Because if this candle closes bullish, it's not valid anymore anyways. Like 1 minute 40 for this candle to close. So you'd kind of want it to do it in the beginning of the candle. Is the exclusive group in your description? Yes. If you guys want information, it's here. This is the one. I'll just put it in chat for you. All the information about that you can find out here. All right, that will simplify it. Do gold, bro. Gold is still ranging, guys. You need to really relax on gold here. Gold needs time. Gold needs time, guys. Just let gold chill out. Don't be trying to mess yourself up in this. But if you have a sell stop and buy stop and only one is triggered, how's that gambling? Because both can be triggered, man. I've seen a lot of people lose a lot of money from trying sell stops and buy stops. Right? Because I've seen people's buy stop be triggered or their sell stop be triggered first, and for it to go the opposite direction, and then, you know, it's ridiculous. You have no stop loss because you have two orders open. It's gambling. It's 50-50. Come on, you can't disagree that it's 50-50. Alright, this 5 minute here is closing strong bullish here. If it closed weak bearish here, we could take a thunderstorm here, but this is telling me that there's more upside pressure in this 5 minute close. So even if price were to break down below these lows, I don't really trust it too much yourself. Although it is an option here, I would prefer to just see a close below to give me confirmation. Remember, we are trading 5 minute. We have no top wick on 30. I'm going to be more risk adverse and make sure I have more confirmation here. We are also counter trend. Higher time frame, we are still bullish. So there's no point of trying to do anything smart. Now, if the 5 minute, if we could flip here the 15 minute and close bullish, and then we could close above the structure on the 5, that could also be a good option to try some more upside here. So we'll just see how this ends up populating. But in the meantime, just gonna go pip. I'll be back. Seeking support for trading due to financial constraint despite being humble because I've learned for 2 years, requesting initial capital to start. And I'll tell you this thing, man. If you need capital to start trading, you're not ready to start trading. I know as much as you don't want to hear that, you do need to have some form of saving. So I would focus on getting a job and trying to earn some form of income to then supplement your trading once you learn the skill. You don't need to spend a lot of money to learn the skill. To learn the skill is particularly cheap. Even if you were to invest into some sort of paid content, you can still get that for cheap, right? But you need to be saving money before trying to invest that into a brokerage firm. Investing money into an account is not going to make you money unless you know what you're doing. How much you think is enough to what? To start? Like $100. That's all you need to start. Just to practice, just to learn the ropes. But you know, obviously with time, depending on your financial situation, you scale that. Because if you can only afford $100, then that means that at that point in your life, then you can only afford to make $5-10 here and there. You know? Yeah, 5K is of course good. With time, that is going to scale. I will invest with him. So me 6 months of demo trading. Yeah. That is totally fine. Or let him put $50 into an account and show you him trade that of 6 months for sure. But by then it has the skill, right? Do you have something invested in crypto? I sure do, man. I sure do. That's where my roots are. All right, we're moving quite slow. Volume is down here. I think the market is waiting for speeches. I think if there's going to be a move, it's going to be at London Open. If not, then it's going to be later on. You know, probably, maybe we get NYSE, but I really think the market might wait for speeches if we don't see a move, you know, sooner, right? I remember last year I didn't trade this week. I was kite surfing. You have to show us your plan on crypto. Yeah, I'm profit taking on the move at 50K here. So I'm taking profits now. And then I wait for a dump. Pretty simple. But yeah, I'll talk to you. Why not to rely on prop firms? Because at any point they can deny you a payout. At any point you can be back to step one if you fail the account or go past their daily drawdown limit. So you can't rely on it. You can only use it as opportunities. I will be very surprised if you pass a big prop firm and they deny you, right? They deny you a 1 to like a 5% payout. Like, just go get good at trading, stick to a big company and aim for 5%. Be very surprised if they deny you that. Too much reputation on the line. Have a look at EU here for Gmail. Oh yeah, EU's a mess, brother. That's a mess. Same as gold. It needs time to just, you know, decide what the hell it wants to do here. But you're trying to buy from the bottom of the range. You have bottom wick on your broker? Yeah, if you have bottom wick here, what time frame? 15. Yeah, I mean, you could just try bounce from the bottom of the range. It has been working here. Just realize that it's a little bit low volume, so you might have to take some time, might just mess around. But it makes sense to bounce from here for sure. It's a bounce play, you know. It's just look where we're trading, right? As long as the 30-minute continues closing bullish, you should be fine. Low volume, that's huge. Oh, no, here where we are right now, Alright, 15-minute here, candle closed with a heavy rejection towards the downside here. 5 minutes is trying to reject. We will see if price wants to respect this resistance here or if it wants to try continue back above it. That'll give us a lot of information here. We still have 13 minutes. Do you think it'll be up on London session? We'll have to see by London session here. London session will give us a lot of answers in 13 minutes here. But yeah. As long, boys, as this 30-minute continues to close bullish here, this trade should make sense. See, you have 5-minute structure. I would watch that 5-minute resistance. If price wants to make a lower high and change structure, that's where it would do it. Took a buy on AU. Let's see what AU is doing. Counting on that structure to be broken? Yes. If it's broken, you are great. Yeah, breakout trade here on AU. 15-minute. Breaking the highs here. 30-minute close above. Yeah, 30-minute closed above. Yep. As long as volume comes through here, this should work. One minute's creating this high-low structure now. 15-minute close with a rejection. Yeah, price is just consolidating. This is a tough week to trade GBP because of the amount of news we have. I said from the beginning of the week on the webinar, it's going to be an interesting week to see how we navigate it. So we'll just have to continue navigating this and just see what we can do here. Problem is that will we get post-news continuation here, right? Will we get the volume after news, or is market waiting for speeches? Because at the moment, it's not done anything for the last 15 minutes. We popped down a little bit. We're coming back up. There's no continuation here at the moment. So we have to wait, right? Because this is where you lose money. This is where you lose money. Oh yeah, today's Valentine's Day, huh? And today's Valentine's Day and we had 800 people on stream. That just shows like fucking how lifeless we are, huh? Fucking show up Valentine's Day and make magic internet money. That's our job. Fucking click buttons. What have you done on Clear? I clicked the red and blue button and both ways I'm guaranteed to be fucked, right? If you have a girlfriend on Valentine's Day, you're guaranteed to be fucked either way. You're either gonna get fucked by the market or the other one. Guaranteed. $800 of us, no dates. I think there is a few of us in here saying, shit, I'm gonna wake up early today and I need to get this money in so that we can pay for this date today. I'm gonna sub to you, bro. Thank you, thank you. If you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a subscribe. It definitely does help. Definitely does help here. I would appreciate the subscribe. No lobster date. This is what I'm gonna tell my girlfriend. You have till the evening to make it up. So you better get working. I'm glad I don't have to pay for my right hand. I would rather stay alone next to the charts all day. No, I don't want to stay next to the charts all day. That's boring. Want to do your job and get on with your day. That's how you should treat the charts. I think it's a bit out of context, but what do you think is the best way to pass prop firm challenges? I've passed the trial challenges 4 times in a row, but keep losing the account when it's real. That's very interesting. Probably now that it's real and you really want to make money, you have to follow what you did. If you can pass the phase 1 and phase 2, there's no reason you can't make money on real, man. You have to identify what is the difference you're doing. Because if you're making 10%, man, you're obviously doing something right. Most people don't make 10% 4 times in a row. To make 10% 4 times in a row, you're definitely doing something not in a row, but 4 times in general, you're doing something right. So you need to find out what's causing you the losses, okay? And you need to avoid that when you're coming to real. Is it because you're getting emotional because it's a real account? Is it because you're just trying to make money too fast? I would say pull back on that default and do exactly what you did on the phase 1 and phase 2. Just do that. Treat it like that, right? Focus on 1 to 3% on the first month. That will be good. At least something. No need to push 10-15%, first month. Alright, DJ trying to create a support here. 15-minute candle closing in 6 minutes. This 5-minute candle here closing in 1 minute and 30 seconds here. Setup 5 forming on 5-minute. Yeah, we don't have a support yet on 30-minute. I mean on 15-minute. Could be worth waiting for this 15-minute close as well. We do have this 15-minute range that price seems to be respecting. This one a little bit here, you can see it keep tapping into it. It tapped into it once here, tapped into it again here, tapping into it right now. How's that guy doing? He's still sending me daily updates. Yeah, he is, and I'm monitoring him. I think he is up around 1%. He's up 1%. He had a rough few weeks. Markets, he said, has been tough. He follows a completely different style. It's a very interesting style. The way he follows. He literally watches for price to pump into a certain zone and then trades the rejection of that zone. Targeting like 10 pips. But it's been tough for him these last few weeks. But, he hasn't traded for 3 days. Is it like a fib retrace? Almost, yeah. It's to do with that, yeah. What percentage you make on month? On my good months, I'll be making plus 10%, man. My greatest months are normally around 20%. And yeah, I don't know if he's still watching, but he will get it. He will get it, but we make him work a little bit. It's interesting for me to see, but he's very disciplined. He's very disciplined. I like to see that. He takes 1 trade, 2 trades a whole day, man. He doesn't trade during the whole day. He hasn't taken a trade for 2 days this week. Last week he took a lot of break-even trades, and I told him it was actually similar to us. We did take also break-even trades. Alright, 5-minute here, close below, guys. So if anything, we need this 15-minute to close, and probably need the 15-minute to close above this resistance here. Problem is, if we're counter trend this 1 hour, because we're looking for buys, if we were to look for buys above here, we'd be going against the 1 hour candle, also closing below structure here, which would not be the best. I really do feel like it would want to take liquidity from this low. It's a tough spot. Definitely a tough spot. Ooh. Do you do stocks as well, or many? Forex is like my day trade. I only day trade Forex. Crypto is an investment material. So it's not an active thing that I do every single day. So many beggars on chat. Yeah, this is the problem, right? The bigger we grow, we're gonna get more people like that. They just randomly get this suggested on their screen. They come in and think that they're gonna do anything here. But appreciate everyone showing up. Appreciate you guys supporting the stream, chatting with me, and I hope you're finding volume. Not volume. I read Claudia's chat. Hope you're finding value here, and yeah, if you are finding value, feel free to leave a subscribe and a like. You know the drill. But I do appreciate it, guys. I do appreciate it. Our trading news is done. News is done. Do you see more consistency recently with crypto volume? No, just in general, timing of crypto volume is very hard to time. I think swinging crypto is better, but investing is a lot more easier in crypto. Buy low, sell high is just really easy in crypto. I hope we find some volume. Yeah, it's consolidating at the moment. It might just want to chill till later. We might need, for me to look for buys, I've seen this happen before many times. We would need to see this, everyone takes sells here, and then it does that. I've seen that happen a shit ton of times on GJ. And I posted it in our group. If you go here to one of my trades, this is, let's see if we can find it. This is the scenario, right? This is exactly what it kind of looks like at the moment. We have this deep drop here. Price comes down. It goes a little bit. Everyone tries to sell below these lows, right? Let me make this bigger for you guys to see. Right? This is the type of scenario that I feel could happen today if we're not careful here. So what we could see happen here is we could see price basically come back down, which is news that caused this move here. We see price create a resistance, which it's creating now. That support gets broken only to go and retest where we will retest either that 15-minute, or it will retest where we just where the news wick was, only to see that fake out, close back inside the range, close back above, and then continue bullish. Even though later it ends up rolling down, but we get that volume push here, and this is like 25 pips or something. Right, so that's the type of trade that potentially could happen today. Right, so that's the structure here. If this structure gets broken and then we fake out back in the range, it's possible. Right, London open here. So we have 1 hour candle closing bearish here. No top wick at the moment. 15-minute candle ended up closing bearish as well. We're still above. Nothing has closed below 189 here. Nothing in terms of 15-minute time frame and above, which is important. We would have wanted to see something close above 189. The more I see this respect 189, the more I feel like even if we go very deep here, I feel like this could still end up being an upside move a little bit later on, because I'm still higher time frame bullish. If sells are gonna make sense, I think sells make sense below this 15-minute support right here. I think this small zone here is gonna be a fake out zone. This 3 pip zone, I feel this is gonna be a fake out zone. As you can see, I'm being very cautious with sells because I feel like this zone here can be a fake out zone. So if we're gonna sell and it's not gonna do that, right, and then we see this happen, then I feel we would need to close below here and then get something below here. That close below then maybe can give the drive down if sells are gonna make sense here. But I would like to see this candle reject here and make a top wick on the 1 hour, so we don't have to worry about that if we end up looking for sells. Overall, after news, it's just typically inconsistent price action. Gold as well, inconsistent price action after news. It's just how things are. So we have to let this shit clean up. Yeah, definitely a tough spot here. I would say where we are right now, this is the zone for fake outs to happen. What's that 15-minute line you have? That's our previous 15-minute resistances. These ones here. Yesterday's ones. Where was it? I think I marked it wrong. It shouldn't be 15. I think it should be a 4 hour or something. I think yesterday I just dragged it up. Should be a 4 hour. So this is the rule whenever you have a 1 hour candle without a top wick. This is how I treat it. Obviously, look what happened on the last 30-minute. 30-minute open, no top wick. We did end up making a top wick. If you sold the lows here, you would have to hold 19 pip drawdown to make the top wick. And you don't know where that top wick will end, right? You don't know where the top wick will end. Similar scenario here can happen on the 1 hour where we could see a top wick being made on the 1 hour at any point. So in order to avoid that happening, what we would need to see is some sort of structure formed on the 5-minute time frame below this area here. If we can form structure below here, we can rely on that price to respect that structure, and we know that if price is respecting that structure, we can continue down bearish. But now without structure, the next candle could pop down 5-6 pips, reflip, make a top wick, then end up going. So both ways you're protected. The only time you're not protected if just the next 5-minute opens up, starts driving down, but then, you know, that's tough. Either you take the position and you risk it for the biscuit, but I know my rules and I know my plan that I want to follow because I'm just comfortable in doing so. Especially on like a CPI day, there's no need to be a hero here. There's no need to be a hero. So if I can see this 5-minute maybe close bullish, give us a thunderstorm, that could be interesting. Because even if you were to rip this 5-minute, you have to put stops above 5-minute structure because you can't use the 5-minute candle because there's no top wick here. You're literally putting the only place where it would make sense for price to come and flip. So you have to run maybe around a 27 pip stop here minimum. It's a pretty nasty stop, that 27 pips. And you're seeing this low volume. This is the exact same crap we saw yesterday in London session. You remember London Open yesterday? Exact same crap. It was looking good on the 5, just to reject, come back, range, and then eventually just broke down, right? We saw the exact same thing yesterday in London session. No, where was it? Here, right? Looks good on the 5, breaks out, breaks the high, comes back, range, breaks out again, just to come back and fail, and then later on continue up bullish. So we could see something very similar at the moment. And even if it does pull back and start to break this structure, that's anyways where I'm looking for upside continuation. Anything back above 152. What do you mean about Thunderstorm? Oh yeah, for anyone who's new, Thunderstorm is an entry that we do. This is the video that explains the Thunderstorm entry on my channel. So you can have a look at that. You can have a look at that. Would this be valid on gold, this zone? Let's have a look at what gold is doing here. Yeah, below the 4-hour support would be better. Yeah, you have till about here. Yeah, that would be better. This gold move here is a little bit fishy. Little bit fishy. Especially after such a heavy move down. I mean, it could still continue, but damn, that's a lot of dollar strength on just a small adaptation of news. You took a loss on gold? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh yeah, you were trying to buy. Yeah. Unfortunate, brother. Part of the game, though. I think it was a little bit early to buy, but you had your plan. You followed your plan. You can't be upset, right? Just move on to the next trade. Move on to the next trade. You followed a plan. You weren't gambling, trying something random. It is something you chose to do based on your rules. So go ahead. Who cares if it's a loss? You know, long term, we have probabilities and statistics. Right, this 15-minute candle close will be important here. We have this candle closing 4 minutes. It's very low volume. You can see the candles getting smaller. 1 minute is just... So we could have one volume spike here at the moment. But we would need to see something a little bit more decent here. I just need somewhere to put stop loss. That's my main thing here. I'm not comfortable in this position. If you want to take this position breaking 5-minute lows, you can. But the reason I'm not taking it is I don't think it's worth a 28 pip stop loss here at the moment here. So if I can find a tighter stop loss, I think this would be worth my risk to reward because I really would have to let it hit full stop here. So if you don't mind running such a big stop loss on this one, then yeah, it could work. Current 30-minute, no top wick, man. 1 hour, also no top wick. If it had a top wick, maybe. But you're literally putting your stop loss where probabilities of that happening are, right? Just like the previous 30-minute. Remember previous 30-minute open no top wick just to make a top wick. Wonder if this next 30 can give us an option. Not next 30, sorry, next 15. Now that we have at least a close, right? We have a close here. So yeah, like I said, running this trade here, it makes sense, but you need that full stop loss there. You could manage if something closes back inside the range, but you can't just put stops here. You need to put stop above the range here. But once we get this 15-minute close, I wouldn't expect it to break back inside the range. So like a 15 pip stop could work here, or 20 pip stop above 500. Because now you have the confirmation of the 15 close. Especially if you get a nice top wick. I would like a retest of 189.20. Yep, I would like that too, because that would make a 1 hour top wick. That would be ideal. Look at this 5-minute rejection. I feel if this can close below the 15 and the next 15-minute candle can open strong top wick here, we could have a wick fill opportunity here. Could definitely have a wick fill opportunity here. That would be an aggressive option here. Wick fill opportunity, get to the wick, break even at the wick, and if it breaks through, you get continuation. But you need a fat top wick for that, just so you can be comfortable keeping stops at around 500 here. The bias is bearish. Bias is mixed. Mixed at the moment because of news continuing down bearish. See if we can get fat top wick here. Or not. Problem here, guys, is stops. I'm just thinking how I can play stops, you know, where it makes logical sense. Above 189, yeah, I think that makes sense. Especially after this top wick here, closing below this level, I think we could have an opportunity to try a wick fill here. Obviously slightly riskier because of news being it being a news week, but I think if we can get below this low, a pip below this low, that should be good. And I'll be aggressive. If it breaks below these lows and then re-breaks its high, I'll probably just even get out the trade. Or at least close 50%, just to be aggressive. But this is another aggressive trade, guys. It's not something that's pretty straightforward. This is an aggressive trade. I'll probably put max SL above 189 here. Half risk? Yeah, you could put, you know, it's just an aggressive trade. It's like the trade we took yesterday. Exact same thing. More aggressive, being aggressive with management. It's just not straightforward trading when we're having this news, you know? It's really not straightforward. $15-minute stops not valid. It's which 15-minute stops? Where SL? I think we would just have to run SL on this. Does half risk here make sense? Yes, it does make. It does make complete sense. I think this is obviously a risky entry. Stops would just have to go above 189 basically. You rely on the key level. You rely on this structure made on 5-minute here to be respected. But now we have this 5-minute closing back inside of the range. Even if it breaks this low, it could just reject from support because it could respect this low down here as well. So I would have wanted this to explain. So we'll see how this candle closes. This candle can close below here. I'll keep the sell same order open. But if this candle closes above here, I'm going to delete that order because I'm not going to get stuck in a position where the next candle opens up, retest here, triggers us, and then does this. And we're like, oh shit. Because remember, stop loss is not above any type of real 15-minute structure here. So we don't want to be, we want to have accurate entries here. Accurate entries are important. So let's see, 27 seconds, see how this candle closes. This is also looking at the Nozet grain setup. What does that mean? All right, how did this 5-minute close? Yeah, it's closing a little bit strong. Probably going to wait for something below here. Probably going to wait for something below here. If you guys still comfortable on the flip, you can. But for me, not pushing myself on a Newsday CPI news. Not pushing that too aggressive here. Because I'm still, remember, I'm still higher time frame bullish here. So I have to fight my bias here. If we break the low and close above the range, can we class that as a fake out? Yeah, we can, man. That's a good setup then. Remember, the 1 hour has no top wick. So technically, anytime during this 1 hour candle here, we can flip and make a top wick. So the idea of us going up, we have that to support an idea of going up. It helps. I DM then apply. Thanks, man. I'll check your DM. Don't worry. I'll accept you and I'll welcome you in. Can we buy setup 2 and 15-minute close bullish? I think it's a little, you would want something breaking 5-minute structure, right? We're still in this 5-minute downtrend. So you'd want to see a 5-minute structure change. Right, this is where we would have got in on this. So if you guys are comfortable taking on the flip, this is an option here. On the flip to go and fill the wick. I probably would have gone break even by the time we fill the wick. But it's just giving me, I don't know, today. It's not making it easy, this. Just not comfortable with it. Not comfortable with it. We'll see if I'm right today or if I messed up. I made a wrong call to delete my order. Too risky for you? Yeah. I'll see if I'm right today or not, but I rather be observed than know monetary wise. I rather observe than know monetary wise. Oh, that's making me feel a little bit better. Wouldn't have liked that, that's for sure. Wouldn't have liked that to come down to that wick and then come back to entry. I probably actually, in the time, this is very close to the wick. I wonder if I would have got out BE or be here mental or something like that. Would be interesting. But yeah, it seems like just received my full payout from Founded Engineer being on tilt 17. Nice. Well done, man. Glad you got your payout. That's good. That's actually good. I'm glad that they did this. GJ is definitely bullish. Yeah, I agree. Higher time frame. This is just opportunity for upside. 1 minute never close under structure. Yeah. That's why I deleted this order, because I was drawing this shit where it can just reject last minute. It's just, I know GJ, man. And the thing is, I didn't want to say something, because if it just ended up going down, then obviously the time when you feel like you're right, you end up being wrong. You know? But this seems like a right call at the moment. This is slow, man. There's no volume here. Come on. It's not making up its mind. It's not making up its mind. Nowadays, London volume decrease. It's because of news. It's a news week. So yesterday we did have volume, but not at London Open. It was pre-London. We had the continuation. Those who had a bottom wick obviously profited from yesterday. It was a pretty clean one. If you didn't like me, then that's pretty much it. No volume because everyone's on a date. Could reject from here. Yeah, we're still respecting lows. I think probably for continuation it would have to break those lows. I think this needs time to set up. We need at least a good 20, 30 minutes here before this sets up. Sells, I'm seeing loss of momentum here. They can play out throughout today, but it's not looking easy sells here. If you're gonna try take sells, you need to run bigger stop losses and give yourself room for these pullbacks that are happening right now, because these are not fun pullbacks, right? That pullback right there was 11 pips, right? So you running 15 pip stop, probably not going to be big enough to account for these pullbacks. But then the thing is, like, you know, do we really want to hold sells when I'm higher time frame bullish? You know, I rather do that with a buy. I don't mind doing that with a buy. And for us to create this 15-minute support, I don't think this is enough for buys just yet. For buys, I would like to see at least us break structure here and close somewhat back inside of the range and do something like that, you know. Because remember, 30-minute will still close bearish here. So I think buys would be making a sense with something closing above 189 here. If we can get back above 189, would fake out back in this range, and we could see some movement towards the upside. That's what I'd be interested in. So that's what I'm gonna wait for. So I hope you guys heard the plan here, and yeah, I'm just gonna wait for that. Obviously, it's not really doing much at the moment. It's a bit of patience here. So I'm leaving you guys with the plan, and I'm going to go and continue in with my guys in the exclusive. Hopefully tomorrow we have a cleaner day and can pick up something, because really it's been a little bit drama on stream recently with it being very slow during the time we're trying to take trades here. And no bottom wick, no top wick. Very annoying, I understand. But I do think this could set up in the next 1 hour. I hope you found good value and information in today's stream. Don't be rushing into anything. These are tricky days on the market, especially CPI day. Look at the difference between CPI on gold. We get continuation. We're not getting easy continuation here. We're getting a lot of pullbacks. And if your stops are in the wrong place, boom, then you get screwed. So we'll be discussing that. And yeah, thanks everyone for showing up. How do I get into the exclusive group? You just go and apply on the waitlist here. You can see all the information there, and you will be accepted. So appreciate everyone as always. Appreciate the subscribe brother as well. Take care. See you on tomorrow's stream. Show up, guys. Show up long term. If you keep showing up, I promise you will see the full picture, and you'll see how good this thing gets, right? You've seen how we work when there's volume in the markets. We definitely work, boys. We definitely work here. So let's just wait for that. Let that come back in. And once that comes back in, we will be set. So looking forward to that. Take care, everyone. And speak to you very, very soon. Peace. Yes, sir. See you.